Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Love is Blind, Season 7, Episode 6.
Listen, I need y'all to subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. You ready for Episode 6, Blair?
Yes.
Let's go.
So everyone seemed to enjoy the night that they had.
Yeah.
Garrett apparently was screaming in his sleep. Taylor says they're going to need more tape.
Yes.
So they are having a beach date, and they talk about how it's just been pretty surreal. They feel like they complement each other physically, and it just kind of works out. He would have thought that she was too good for him if he would have just ran into her on the outside world, but he appreciates just how open and accepting she is of him.
Okay.
They do love each other, and she is the type to need a lot of action, so she appreciated the conversation in the pods, but now it's time for him to actually show himself.
Facts.
It's a lot. It's a pressure-filled situation, and they also understand that they both might handle the pressure differently. He says that, they have problems that they will have to solve. Basically, they both live a very highly structured life. They're both ambitious and aggressive professionally.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to find out how much they'd be willing to compromise for each other, and is love going to be enough? Right now, he feels like he is ready to change his life in order to have her in his life.
Yeah.
And then they do stand-up paddleboarding, and that looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I'm guessing this is probably what I'd be hoping for Tyler.
These are good conversations.
Yes, exactly.
These are really good conversations.
You're right, Blair.
Yeah. So then we get to Marissa and Ramses. They are taking a dance class, and they end up sitting and talking to have some tacos. She tells him that with dancing with guys in the past, the guys would have to tell her to stop leading. She needs to allow the man to lead. They had a lot of fun in the bedroom, and they are looking forward to meeting the other couples.
This is one thing I'll say about this, and I'll move on. Maybe she don't like masculine men because she want to be in charge. And I hear that when it comes to dancing, especially the type of dancing that they do in salsa.
Yeah.
Where the guy got to be in charge and things of that nature. I know how salsa just a little bit.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, maybe she, I want to be in charge. And Ramses, maybe he's the type to be I'll let you take the lead, and then eventually she's going to criticize you for it.
Well,
that's my prediction with them.
Well, maybe.
So
Ashley and Tyler are taking a cooking class.
Yeah.
She ends up telling him that she loves him, and he says it back. He says, we might have a pod baby on the way.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I can't take him. I really can't. Keep going.
And they're both basically saying it was probably best that we met at this point in our lives. He says, people will probably say he wasn't the nicest guy in the past. And she really didn't have anything negative people would say. She's only thing they might say is that I was crazy or something.
Well, that's negative. Okay.
But I feel like a lot of guys be saying girls are crazy, and we don't be crazy. Y'all be making us crazy.
No. Y'all be crazy. Okay.
So he says that he knows her, and he knows she's not going to be crazy, or she's not crazy. She doesn't want anything to come between them, whether that is family, friends, even her mom. She's she loves and respects her mom, but she would tell her mom to pipe down if her mom was doing too much when it came to him.
Okay.
So they end up doing the Lady and the Tramp, pasta noodle kiss.
Okay. Only thing I would say is now I'm nitpicking at him. Yeah. When she said I love you, he was say it again. Say it again.
Yeah.
Say it into the mic. Say it louder. And it's just and I'm just going to put a hold on criticizing him for now. I'm going to wait till they get to the apartments.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
That's when the reality
I'm going to wait till they get to the apartments. You know what I mean? So we can actually see some constructive conversation. I ain't going to criticize this man no more tonight.
So we've got Alex and Tim. They are out shopping, and she doesn't necessarily like this hat that he has on, and he says he likes it. I think he likes it out of spite.
Yeah.
He does that. I don't know why he does that. I just think he enjoys being irritating.
Okay.
So they are eating corn. And she talks about how she doesn't necessarily like his taste in fashion. They talk about how, once he gets gray hair, she's going to start pulling his gray hair. And then she asks, what do you think marriage will be like? And he tells her, well, you haven't lived with anyone before, but I've lived with a partner before. And he says it's not always sexy, but he's a pretty neat guy. And she's like, I've seen how you pack. I don't necessarily think you're that neat as much as you think you are. Then they talk about kind of what's the difference between being dirty and messy, and what's kind of something they'd be able to deal with. And they both agree, like, no leaving food out. That's gross. She might have her clothes everywhere, and he says just put them in a corner.
Yeah.
So they are both generally happy with each other, but he needs to get her dad's sign of approval, though.
Yeah, I think well, it's not a thing. I know I agree with you with the whole, like, hey, I like this hat because you don't like it. And and truth be told, there's nothing surprising if a woman don't like your fashion taste. Yeah. We dress for comfort. I'm gonna wear my flip flops with socks everywhere I go. You get what I'm saying? Because it's just comfortable. Unless it's somewhere that I might need to run. Yeah. Then I'm gonna wear sneakers. Okay. So like this.
Functional.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Thank you.
Monica and Steve, and I just want to say one thing about Tim.
Go ahead.
Even though, like, I'm irritated he does things just to be annoying, that really is some people's personality, and some people can handle that, and it doesn't bother them that much. Yeah. They see the good in them. They see how they have a good heart, and that is just a flaw or just a characteristic that they're able to live with. Yeah. So if that's something that Alex can live with, cool. You could tell it's irritating to me.
Yes, it is.
So we get to Monica and Steven. They are doing acupuncture. She thinks he's hot. She is in love with him. She ends up helping with the acupuncture, and she puts a needle in his head, and she's like, it reminds me of your boner. And apparently she's been getting sticked and poked a whole lot because that thing has just been standing up to attention.
Okay. Well, salute it then. Okay.
She was nervous about getting the ick with him. And he says, he's never known about a guy getting an ick for a girl. He liked being around her, like, in her most natural state at night, at bedtime with her makeup off. And he still finds her beautiful in that state.
Listen, there is a such thing as a guy ick. There is a such thing. Like, for me, if I don't like messy eaters, like if you're the type to where you're eating and the food is all right here, it is all on your hands, it's all on your clothes, that's not my thing. Yeah. What, you need a bib? You know what I'm saying? It's not my thing.
But Monica agrees that they are both physically compatible.
Okay.
So we see the big scene where it's the pool party and all the couples get together. Before they get there, though, Hannah is saying that, they're not giving couple. All the couples are kind of recording their own thing. And I guess Hannah, compared to what she's wearing to what Nick is wearing, she's like, we're not really like giving like we're going together. And I will say Monica and Steven color coordinated great. He had a little bit of orange in his little island shirt, and she had an orange dress on, and I was like, y'all look like y'all going somewhere together. Yeah, y'all absolutely do.
But at the same time, hey Hannah, you have insecurities. Just be. Learn to just be. Even though y'all may not be giving couple, I think you're speaking on something else of why you're not giving couple, because you don't like the guy. Maybe it's not because he got an ugly shirt on and you got ugly top on,
or maybe she feels insecure of how they might look together. Just of their different statures.
Come on, you hitting it.
So it could be a lot of things.
Yes.
Monica says that Nick is smaller than he gave off in the pods.
No, y'all build him up. Okay.
Steven thinks that Garrett looks like a middle class Chris Evans.
Okay.
Marissa and Ramses lets it out that they have been getting it on.
Thank you.
Monica and Steven have been doing it too, and pretty much everybody has except Taylor and Garrett. Hannah and what's his name? Nick are kind of trying to be coy about it, like, oh, we've done it. Oh no, we haven't done anything and stuff like that. And just like, y'all look like a bunch of teenagers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, please stop. So the girls are chatting. Hannah asks if she is giving sweaty or cute, and Marissa's telling her she's giving cute. You're giving cute, girl. Don't even worry about it. Yeah. And Hannah is talking to Marissa one-on-one and says, he doesn't want us to talk about sex. She's comfortable being open about it, and they have had sex. Yeah. She tells her about the duck situation and how that turned her off. And she keeps saying that she's not a naturally jealous person, but it's about respect for her. And she says, he really is in love with me.
First of all, Hannah, you a liar. First of all, you said that y'all was having an intimate moment. No, y'all wasn't.
No, it's not. Y'all was just chilling.
Number two, you said another woman came over, and then when you got Nick attention, that she called you out your name. She called you the B word. No, she didn't.
Yeah, that didn't happen either.
So now I am completely off you.
You're putting 20 on 10.
100% off you.
Actually, you're lying.
You're lying. There ain't no 20 on 10. You are lying flat out. Yeah. And now I'm completely off you. Yeah. Because now you just seem like the type to be having that, because that's part of the ugly ducklings sentiment, things like that, lying. And like for you to actually make it seem like, oh yeah, and this what happened, she called me the B word and woe is me, I'm off you 100%.
Yeah, I'm not with that woe is me stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if something happens and like you kind of want to vent and get it out, that's fine. But like, you're adding more to the story so you can get a certain type of reaction.
Come on, Blair.
Like, what do you want Marissa to do? Like,
You could have just told what happened and probably got the same reaction, probably.
yeah. So with the guys, Tyler says that he's in love.
Yeah.
He is definitely getting married. He shares how Ashley said that she loved him, and Garrett shares that when Taylor said it last night to him, it was like one of the first times as well.
Okay, nice.
Taylor hasn't slept with Garrett yet. Everyone else has done it.
Yeah.
Monica says that Steven, is that his name? I think so. He's the best guy she's ever met.
Yeah, Steven, yeah.
Yeah, she has had nightmares in her last relationship about being at the altar, but this guy makes her want to be a better person.
We hope.
Alex and Ashley both feel like they are going to be getting married.
Okay, to Tim and Tyler.
Exactly.
Okay.
Alex thinks that everyone is just perfectly suited. Like, the couples, like who people are with, like they just look like a couple.
Okay.
Nick tells the guys about the duck race situation and Hannah's response. Nick says, I mean, the lady was 60, but she was hot. And I'm just like, yeah, that's that stuff.
Well, that's guy talk.
That's guy talk, but I'm just like, you already know it's a sensitive topic.
And
like,
that's why I'm talking to my guys.
Okay.
I'm not talking to her about it. I'm talking to my guys.
So Hannah wrote a list of about 10 things that she was concerned about, or things that she was questioning.
Yeah.
Things along the lines of like maturity, self-confidence, or cocky. Is he too into his feelings? One of them was delusional. That one really seemed to bother him, the delusional one. And he's wondering why she would write it down and not just talk to him. Like, she left it out basically for him to find it. Tim and Alex.
Hold on, stop right there. What is your thoughts on that? That
I think that's passive aggressive. Like, I feel like
that's a big thing.
I feel like y'all communicate in passive aggression. Like, y'all need to be a little more upfront with each other about how y'all really feel. And I even feel like when they got to the point where they were upfront with each other, she was kind of like playing it like soft a little bit.
Yeah.
And he was trying to like hold her basically accountable for, you said this, what is up with you writing this?
Well,
and she kept faltering on what she meant or what she felt, or you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, be clear in your communication so that you guys can actually get past this stuff.
Well, we all need to understand that the job of someone who's insecure is to make themselves seem secure as possible. So she's not going to say, hey, that made me feel insecure. She's already insecure. Okay. It's almost like a liar hates being called a liar. You get what I'm saying? So she did all those stuff to basically make him like passive aggressive and put it somewhere that he can see it. I sure would have not seen it.
Yeah.
Even if I saw it, I wouldn't have saw it. I wouldn't have addressed it. I would have said nothing. I would have made you have to put it on a poster for me. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm like, closed mouths don't get fed in this relationship.
Well,
I think he was just having guy talk about the duck. Obviously, the issue is not over if y'all are still talking about it with y'all guy group and girl group. And this is just something that is going to grow and grow and grow, and then it's going to be the straw that go break the camel's back, because y'all already don't want to be with each other. But y'all don't want to say that.
Yeah, Tim is talking to Nick about how him and Alex have not argued. He doesn't like arguing about small stuff. He can't do immaturity.
Yeah.
And he's pretty much just like, good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck.
Marissa and Ramses, they're kind of like getting cuddled up and cozy with each other, but the girls end up calling her back, and she's like, I'm a girl's girl. I got to go hang out with the girls.
hang out with the girls.
So Hannah goes over to check in on Nick, and Hannah's like, everybody's talking about sex. And Nick is like, everybody but us. He says, honestly, like, you could say whatever.
Thank you.
Like, it seems like he's giving her the okay that whatever you want to say is fine.
I already talked about it.
Then we get to the hot seat segment.
Yeah.
So all the guys kind of take a turn getting in a hot seat for the ladies to grill them. But it was light grilling compared to the UK season where there was actual real grilling on for people that they do not know. And I was appreciated they kept it light.
Yeah.
So Nick steps into the hot seat. Everybody's kind of laughing and giggling. He's asking Marissa why she's smiling. And Hannah's like, be easy. We respect women. And I'm just like, you're being weird, Hannah.
Yeah, Hannah, you're a weirdo.
You're
it's
being
okay.
weird right now.
It's okay.
But they really don't have any questions for him, so they let him go.
Yeah.
Steven is up next. He talks about how he feels worthy with her, and she makes him feel like he is on cloud nine. No, he feels unworthy of her.
Unworthy of her. Yep.
And I'm like, I'm nervous about that, because when Steven feels unworthy, he get to DMing people.
Uh-oh.
So I'm hoping that he worked that out in therapy. So Ramses is up next. and Tyler, they both run up there together because at first they're like, we need another guy, and they're not getting up, and they're like, who wants some tonight? So Ramses and Tyler get up.
Of course.
Marissa asks what Tyler's favorite part has been with Ashley, and he says just spending time cooking. Like, she just really makes him feel safe.
Okay.
Ramsey's favorite qualities about Marissa is how she holds his vulnerabilities, and she's just a kind person. Next, Tim comes over, and he talks about how he loves that Alex is not scared. Like, she knows what I mean. She knows how I feel about her. And the girls are kind of just like, well, tell us. Like, we got you in the hot seat. Like, tell us. And he's just like, she know what it is. He likes that she's not afraid to push back when it comes to him.
Keep that in mind, guys.
So Nick tells Hannah about tells Hannah that he saw the like bullet point notes that she wrote down, and she is telling him it's just about respect for her.
Okay.
He says it was really a nothing and irrelevant situation. She says she loves him. It's just all very scary. Trust and respect is really big to her. She loves him a lot, is always thinking about him, and just kind of like, instead of actually addressing the issue of what you wrote down and why you felt that way, she's just like, you're just so amazing and all this type of stuff. But he's not completely thrown by that. He's just like, but you said I was delusional. Yeah. What did you mean by that?
Yeah. Don't love bomb me, because off of this one situation you wrote 10 things.
Yeah.
And that situation do not call for 10 things. And these are things you already had in your mind,
right,
that made you write it. Go ahead.
And he ends up walking off. She really didn't have anything to say of substance to him to address the issue. And I was just like, I think this might be of that just immaturity peeking through, where like she doesn't know necessarily how she feels, which is fine. This is a high pressure, weird situation. But if you're doing things, writing things down, having feelings, like, you need to communicate that to your partner. And for some reason, she can't be honest with him.
You're right.
You know?
Yeah.
But then we get to Marissa and Ramses. They think that this is after the party or whatever. Okay. They feel like they're very locked in. They think Tyler and Ashley are locked in, as well as Garrett and Taylor. Even Steven and Monica, 75% Nick and Hannah. They got some stuff going on.
Okay.
Monica and Steven liked how the girls were like supporting each other. He liked hearing that they loved him for Monica, because he really does love her. Okay. And he was glad that the guys could reaffirm Monica. He feels that, he feels like very centered and just kind of like in the moment type of person, where Monica is like a future focused and a planner type of person. Yeah. But he feels that they balance each other out. Yeah. And Monica is irritated. Wow. She feels like she can't get a word in. He's being a little too chatty, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna just put this chip in my mouth. You're right. What do you have to say? Exactly. She tells him that they have to share the space. She wanted to talk to him about the Alex and Tim thing. She thought something weird was going on between them. And Steven said he really didn't notice. Like, you kind of were near them, so maybe you saw something I didn't. But they end up kissing and getting ready for bed. While they're brushing their teeth, she asked him to get her slippers for him.
That she walked past.
That she probably walked past. So he went and got her slippers and was like hugging her and all that stuff.
What is your thoughts on that scene?
Is you cool?
Oh, is
you cool?
Is you?
Like, what is going on for real, Monica? Yeah. And I'm just like, Monica, are we stable? Nope. I don't think so.
Nope. You caught her odd. You're right.
Because he's sitting up here talking about the experience, about the night, and you catch an attitude with him because you couldn't get a word in. It didn't seem like he was trying. Yeah. And then on top of that, you want to talk about other people while he's talking about how happy he is about y'all? What is going on?
Yeah, I'm about to say, first of all, this whole time you've been whispering, so it's hard for my wife to take notes because we don't know what you're saying.
She'd be whispering a lot.
And then now, when you think you want to say something, you want to use it for gossip? Yeah, it came off as unstable to me, but keep your eyes on Monica. You're right.
Yeah. So next we get to Hannah. So she is reading the list off for Nick. She gets action speaks louder than words, and they agree, okay, this goes for both ways. Yeah. Respect, and what she means by that is social awareness, reading the room. Don't be giggling with somebody if they say something rude about me. And she's like, basically gives him the example of, what if this was a reverse situation? You probably wouldn't feel great in that situation, would you? They're getting married, and she wants to address certain things to make sure that they are ready for that. He agrees, but Nick tells her that he is not the only one who is delusional.
See, look, they throwing shots at each other like they not together.
Exactly.
Because they don't like each other. Yeah. But there's going to be more about them later on. Let's keep going.
Then we get to Alexis Tom walking in talking about good morning.
Tim,
yeah, walking in talking about good morning. So apparently they left the party. Everything seemed fine. The mood changed with Alex, and he was asking her what was going on. She wasn't being very communicative. And she tells him it really was just that I was tired. I wanted to take a shower, go to bed. I was missing home. But she says that she probably could have explained that more in the moment, but she really didn't feel like talking about it. He apologizes if he came across angry, but he felt shunned and unheard.
Yeah.
And he was also disrespected. And she's like, yeah, when she covered his mouth, it probably made things worse. And I'm just like, what happened?
She muzzled that man.
What happened, Alex?
Low key, Ashley need to do that to Tyler. I ain't gonna hold you, but keep going.
She just wanted him to stop being upset. Tim said that he tried to remove himself to be cool.
Yeah.
And, she kept saying stuff about his insecurities, speaking. And she was like, no, I was trying to say that I have my own insecurities. But somehow that got lost in translation.
Yeah.
He was assuming what she felt, and it irritated her because she didn't know how to express herself in the moment.
Yeah.
And she felt like she was being belittled.
Yeah.
Things were escalated because he was being disrespectful, even though that wasn't his intent.
Yeah.
He told her he felt like he was being unheard, and his love language is listening. Basically, you listen to me.
Listen to me. Okay.
I don't think that's one of the love languages.
Usually, love language usually go with what you do for something. Oh, okay, whatever, sure.
But his love language is you listen to me. She apologizes for her part, but she will express, when she doesn't want to talk instead of just shutting down.
Okay.
When he tried to remove himself from the conversation, that became an issue as well. And he tells her if he needs space, like he just needs his space.
Yeah.
Well, she thought because he was packing up his stuff that he was leaving and never coming back.
Yeah.
And he says, well, when that line was crossed, probably when you put your hands on him.
Yeah.
It wasn't cool, and he's not cool with lines being crossed.
And guess what? And I was going to leave and not come back.
And he was saying he didn't like that she was in his face and she was talking badly about his character. And those are things he does not take lightly.
Okay.
Also, he doesn't take lightly being called out of his name.
Okay.
So he's in this place where he needs to figure out how he can get back in a good space with her. So that way he can see her as a wife and the mother of his children.
Craziness.
So she gets closer to him. He doesn't necessarily know if he wants to sleep in separate rooms or sleep together.
Yeah.
But he came in here with the intention for it to be their last conversation. And she's basically just asking for him to come back, hugging him and telling him that they can get through this.
30 seconds or less, Blair. What is your thoughts on that?
I think they can get through this.
Yeah.
I think this is probably just one of those early arguments in a relationship.
Yeah.
Especially if people haven't been in a relationship in a long time and they're not good at communicating their feelings when they're feeling emotional. And she's talking about ways she can improve. So I think that they can build upon this and improve. They just need to find some grace and forgiveness for each other to move on. But I don't think this is a deal breaker. Yeah,
it may be a deal breaker only because of this. Because if he's not the type to forgive you when you do wrong, even though this may be the first thing, then you may have like if is he gonna make you climb Mount Everest to get his forgiveness?
Well,
that could be a flaw. Even though I do feel like they both played a part in what happened and things of that nature, but he left. If this is somebody that whenever y'all get in an argument, he leaves, right. You get what I'm saying? These are things you need to be taking notes on if you want to get married to this guy. I do not agree with you doing a physical muzzle on him.
No.
And also, hey, Tim, I thought you said you like somebody who got a little bite back. I thought you said you like somebody who speaks up for themselves. Well, when she spoke up for herself, she left. I mean, you left. You get what I'm saying? So be careful what you ask for because you might got it.
Yeah.
You know? Listen here. I need y'all to subscribe, like, share, comment, anything else on this episode.
That's all I got.
I am looking forward based on the trailer, and we need y'all to put y'all comments. I want to know what y'all think, and we see y'all then. Bye.
Bye.